Hey, what's up, guys? It's Chandler from CJ Productions, and today I'm just giving a quick little update on CJ Productions, basically. And, well, I think that since we've been doing this for quite a long time now, I think it's time to start thinking about the future of CJ Productions. So, well, I just wanted to fill you guys in on what we hope is going to be the future for us. And I think that you guys should know too, because you guys are our fans. And pretty much the most important part of a production company. So, Jacob and I, we want to go to the same college together. We're going to study film together. And if that works out, because it's pretty hard to plan that stuff out, get into the same college with your friends. It's a lot of tough stuff. But we're going to study film together, hopefully. And we are going to establish CJ Productions as a real company, functioning company that brings in profit and money, all that stuff. And I think that right now it's a good place to start to make CJ Productions more of a less of a dream, more of a reality for us, And I feel like the way to do that the best would be to start making longer movies and putting a lot more power and effort into all of our movies. So what I think you guys should expect from us is for us to post a bit less often. But there's a huge gap between our posting times, like months. Don't worry. That does not mean that we are stopping. That doesn't mean that we are just giving up. It means that actually the exact opposite. It means that we're putting a lot more effort into our movies. And since they're going to be longer, and it takes more time to make better movies, better and longer movies. So, when I say longer, I don't mean just 10 minutes. I mean full-length movies that you go and see in the theater, like an hour or an hour and a half or something like that. So obviously that's going to take us a lot of time. And also, I don't know for certain, but I think you might expect a name change. I think that to have a professional company and to have so much changes going on at the same time, I think it's better to keep names out of the company name, because CJ Productions isn't just me and Jacob. It's so many people who work hard on our movies, and I think that it's unfair that we get the name credits because we created the company when other people work just as hard as us. So we might change our name to something different. And, well, that's something you should expect, but it's not certain, because, it's hard to come up with a name for a movie company. Apart from all of that, I think that we are going to take budgets and spend more money on our movies to establish them as real good movies. And really, if you want to make a good movie, story is the most important aspect. You can't have a good movie if the story is bad. It doesn't matter how much money you put into it, how many special effects you throw into it, explosions. None of that matters unless you have a really solid storyline. And also, something that makes movies better is interesting camera work. And of course, you have to be able to hear what they're saying. So we need to spend more money on audio quality and maybe even spend some money on editing software. Those are all important things if you want to make real good movies that are Hollywood quality. And I think if we want to establish CJ Productions, then we need to start looking into that. And apart from longer movies, bigger posting gaps, I think that we're going to have teams in CJ Productions to try our best to make the posting gaps smaller. When I say teams, I mean we're gonna split CJ Productions into like Team A and Team B, basically. Production Team A, Production Team B. Basically, what their purpose is to make different movies at different times. So one production team can be working on one movie, and another production company can be working on another one. That will help us a lot if we want to post more often. But again, that doesn't work out. You should not expect us to post that often from here on out. We are still going to do occasionally short movies. Mostly when we do short movies, it's just Jacob and I have a sleepover or something, and we just decide, hey, want to make a movie? Yeah, let's do that. And, we don't have much time to write a script, barely enough time to film a full-on movie, so we're still going to do that. But just, I think that you should expect those to be fillers, rather than for them to be the main idea of CJ Productions. And I don't know if I should announce this right now, but who cares? I think I'm just going to do it. Let me rephrase that. If you've been with CJ Productions for a long time, you remember our first movie, Shadow Throne. That was actually based off of a book, and I made it for a book report in 4th grade. It's based on a book that is the 3rd installment of a series called The False Prince, or the Ascendance trilogy. It goes the False Prince, the Runaway King, the Shadow Throne, and those books are so good, and they haven't made movies out of them, which is really crazy. So what I did was I got in touch with the author of the books, and I talked to her about plans on making a full-length series out of the 3 movies, and we're going to do that. We're going to do that, and I'm really excited for it. I want to play the part of an orphan boy named Sage. And if you have not read the series, I totally 100% recommend you do that, because it's so good. And, I mean, it's just always good to read books. Especially good to read good books. And I feel like to get more attached to our movies, if you want, you can read the books. So, that's just an update on CJ Productions. Thought I would tell you guys before you guys all started unsubscribing after huge posting gaps, but thank you very much for staying with us all this time. It's been, God, I don't even know, 3 years since we created this YouTube channel. It's been longer since we actually started making movies. Jacob and I made it for 2013. That's our first movie. That's like 5 years ago. And 5 years is a very long time in a person's life, especially if you're as young as we are. And I think that I wouldn't have wanted to spend those 5 years anywhere else than with CJ Productions and with our fans. So thank you very much for staying with us this whole entire time. And I hope to see you in the future. Alright, this has been CJ Productions. My name is Chandler. See you guys next time. Peace.